Hello, everybody. Welcome to part two of week 9 for the Evolution franchise dynasty. As we continue the train, which is week 9, and it was a very exciting week. I dropped off with Louisiana Tech on part 1, and I'm going to continue with H22 and his Colorado State Rams. Just word of note, as you can see in the background, there is no Lamp this week. Lamp was officially booted out after numerous people saying, I don't like the Lamp, I hate Lamp, which is fine. That's my wife's lamp. Then I'm not a big fan of that lamp, neither of the shade, but it does give out good light. Just made it really funky on the video last week, because every time I moved, as I'm doing now, I would go light to dark, really dark, as most of y'all can see. So lamp has officially been moved aside this week to, fill nothing to fill in that void there. But you know, will lamp make its appearance again? I don't think so, because I like this to look a lot better. I can see myself a little bit better. So continuing on with Colorado State Rams, H22 and his Rams got things rolling. They had to take on Wilderness, New Mexico, and they just rolled them 38-7. So H22, you got a great thing going there with Colorado State Rams, as they are now 7-2 on the year. And he did have a couple of targets on the list this week for his recruiting, but nothing came of it. They went elsewhere. So H22, keep hard at it, buddy. Get that recruiter in your mindset. There you go. Tell him that he needs to do a better job. Otherwise, I think H22 is going to look for a new recruiter next year, next season. You know, so we'll see how it goes from there. And then my team, Hawaii, as we came into matchup last week against Idaho, coming in at 4-2, undefeated in conference play, and hoping to keep that train rolling. The team we're chasing right now is Boise State, who is also undefeated in conference play, so that matchup's going to come down to a pretty big thing. But my Warriors did win 28-10 over Idaho, as we kind of woke up, a little bit in that game. Idaho struck for us first and nailed us first on a big time run, and then we just pushed the envelope from there and kind of just went the rest of the way. So it was kind of a big game to keep our Idaho was kind of coming in there thinking upset. My Warriors weren't going to have that happen. I did get my starting injured quarterback, Brian Muniz, back, but right now with Austin doing so well at quarterback, he is now, Muniz is going to be my number 2 man. And then, of course, I got my senior, John Roush, and he plays very little, but he plays when he needs to. So big game there. Next week, Idaho did lose to my Warriors again, 28-10. They dropped to 2-5 on the year. My Warriors are 5-2 on the year and 4-0 in conference play. So that's a great job. And next week, we have to go to the Smurf turf of Boise, Idaho, to take on Boise State, who are coming in the game with 1 loss at 6-1. Their 1 loss, Virginia Tech. So that'll be an interesting matchup there. But they are number 5 in the top 25 right now. And so we'll see what happens there. It's going to be a big matchup there. I did land 3 3-star recruits in my recruiting bin, and lost out on 2 others. But the fact I nailed 3 3-star recruits this week is I'm very happy with that. And as I'm starting to flood those boys into school now, so I think I'm going to still have a good year next year, kind of fill in for the 25 seniors I have coming out. I got a lot of holes to fill next year. Most of them are going to be on offensive side of the ball. So that's going to be a big thing to look out for next year. The only senior I have on as importance is my quarterback. The only senior I'm losing on that is John Roush. Muniz and Austin will be back. Hopefully, if they don't declare. I hope they don't. But I really haven't seen too much that Hawaii kind of bolts early for the NFL, so I'm kind of hoping the same thing. So we'll see. We'll just have to see when the end of the season comes. But again, I get number five, Boise State this week, and that's going to be a huge game there. And so, I'll try to continue to be undefeated in conference play and try to win conference outright. The road goes for Boise, and I'm hoping to get it there. So, and now, last but not least, we have as what I call the Evolution game of the week, and that game of the week goes to Semi 24 out of UNLV, Nevada, Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas, baby. As they took on number three, TCU, in a huge game of importance. And from what I could understand, this game was close, as it was kind of a back and forth affair. Each team kind of going back and forth on each other, trying to take the lead. UNLV got the score. TCU then pushed it back into their lead with under a minute to play in the game, or actually with a minute to play in the game, and then when TCU blitzed, Semi 24 called the perfect play, and his quarterback threw a 69-yard touchdown pass to his receiver and gave them the 40-36 lead with 40 seconds left to go, and then they would shut down the Horned Frogs the rest of the way, preventing them from possibly winning that game because a field goal would have done them no good. But again, UNLV with the big upset, 40-36. A great win by Semi 24. His quarterback, Omar Clayton, was a huge factor in this game. He went 15-31 for 334 yards, 3 touchdowns, and his running backs, Channing Schroeder and C.J. Cox. Cox had 64 yards rushing with a touchdown, and Schroeder also had a rush of 48 yards and a touchdown. So big win there. UNLV rolled up 493 yards total offense, 159 on the ground with 2 turnovers forced by their defense. So awesome job done by Semi 24 and UNLV Rebel Club. I did have a chance to run down Semi 24 and get his thoughts on this game. And of course, I kind of pointed some pretty basic questions I think any reporter would ask a coach. But I asked him what his reaction was to upsetting the number 3 team in the nation, and he was very thrilled with the win. He knew his team was good with tons of potential, and they needed to play a great game. Well, I'm going to put that cross great out and put in fantastic, because that was a fantastic win for Semi 24, and his team did just that. I also asked him a basic question I think any reporter asked him. Do you think your team will have a letdown after this huge win next week, which they will get BYU? And he said, do I think that they'll have that emotional high rundown? And he doesn't think so. He said that we will prepare our game as they do every game this season, which is the same. And winning is the main goal, but they do take it play by play and quarter by quarter. So great job, Semi 24. try to get inside him a little bit, ask him for his offense and defensive players, who does he think were uh, like most help for his team this year, and he really didn't have any. He just basically said the team is it. So that's a great job. Semi 24. I also asked him, did he receive the Gatorade bath? And did those fans just crash out on that field? And he said, with a laugh, as I'm doing, he said he got more than just a Gatorade bath. He said it felt like Hurricane Earl had found his way to Vegas. The fans were definitely pleased with this win, and they definitely made their presence known. So, and I also asked him what his predictions for the rest of the season were and what bowl you're hoping to land with this great start he's got going for his Rebels right now. And right now he said he believes that his team can win the rest of the games on the schedule. Uh, they proved that they can compete with the best, especially what they did tonight against TCU. And they aren't looking towards the bowl season yet. Not quite yet. They're 4-3, 7 games in, so still plenty more action to go. He said they still have a lot of work to do. Plenty of good opponents on that docket, but it can be done and within their power to run the table. So thank you for your comments, Semi24. Thank you very much for answering my questions. Like I said, this week was a ton of fun for me, and that's up thing. It was great to have an upset in the top 25. But with that big win, TCU drops to 8-1, and where they landed at in the polls, I'm not sure, but I'm sure they fell pretty far. But Rebels go to 4-3 on the year, and they go to Provo this week to take on BYU and the Cougars, who come in this matchup 3-5, and so they're hoping to get things rolling. Semi 24 did get that recruiter going for him again, as he landed 3 recruits this week, 2 3-star athletes and 1 2-star athlete. He did have a couple of other guys on the docket, but they went elsewhere, and so not much more else added to that. Other than that, what a week this was. Week 9, 2 parts. I kind of had a feeling that this might happen because of so much had happened this week, especially with the upset. And last week was kind of an easy week because we had some teams on the off week, so that kind of made week 8 really go quick. But just so much this week. So I'm very pleased that everything went well this week for each team. And like I said before, it's going to be huge again this week. Always. It's going to be another great week, I think. A lot of big games. My Hawaii Warriors again battle. That's our 25 team. Number 5, Boise State Broncos. So that's going to be a huge game there. And my Warriors come in 5-2. Boise 6-1. So that's going to be definitely a battle for the WAC first place. And we'll see what happens here. But again, Vance will be Wednesday, gentlemen, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So please get your games in. This is Monday night going into Tuesday. So that gives you tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday morning, if you haven't gotten them done by then, to get them in. And if you can't, please let the commish know. I'm sure he can work something out. Other than that, that's the end of the show, my friends. Week 9 was week 9 was awesome, and a lot to indulge this week. So go to it, gentlemen. Play your games, have fun, and I will see you later. Have a great evening.